Welcome to Florida Real Estate Profits, where we try to do our best to give you an unfiltered view on making money in Florida real estate. Today, joined by Guy and Michael Bouchard again, and we're talking about what's the right timing. There's a lot going on in the real estate markets. What is the right timing to buy if you're considering to buy in Florida? Guy, what do you think?
What's really interesting, it actually is going to sound a little bit counterintuitive, but I think that right now is one of the best times to buy in Florida, depending on kind of what you're looking for. One great example is where we relocated to Punta Gorda, specifically the community we live in is kind of a unique community that is getting built out. So the options for people, if they want to be in here at a reasonable price, the clock is ticking. And one of the things you guys know, as we talked about, is I've had personally 3 friends get priced out of the community in the past. I mean, I had people literally making offers on houses over the last couple of years and unfortunately didn't get them. And now we've seen prices go up quite a bit. So again, we don't have a crystal ball, but I think these high demand, especially waterfront areas, we're still seeing the market exceptionally hot here, still doing really well. It's obviously cooled down from the peak, but we're still seeing the best markets here, Central Florida, around the state. There's still a lot of demand. In fact, where Michael lives in Winter Garden, I was just talking to a family friend, and he's trying to find a house for his daughter, and everything in their price range gets a cash offer the first day it hits the market because that market's super hot. So I'm not just talking about the Punta Gorda area in Florida. If some of the best locations, especially if you want a water experience, lakefront in Central Florida, Gulf, ocean. Again, the community we live in is a boaters community. For somebody who is into sailing or fishing or boating, Florida on the West Coast is running out of options, and we're seeing the land prices and the home prices continue to climb. Some of the other reasons are if you're going to be a permanent resident here, one of the great things you can do is you lock in your taxes. So there's a great thing in Florida called Save Our Homes, where the home can only go up once you've established your Florida residency. Your taxes can only go up 3% a year. One of my friends that's got a second home here saw his taxes double. Good news, bad news, his house doubled in value. The bad news, his taxes doubled. And then what I would say to people on the fence, or maybe say I'm a year or 2 out or even 3 years, is that's where the vacation home element can fit into the puzzle. Is our experience with 30 years in the industry of vacation homes, you can, depending on your interest rate or if you're paying cash or what you buy and all the many factors, which we can go over with you, but you can definitely break even if you buy the right property at a minimum. So now you got an asset that's appreciating that you're hopefully paying off or you already paid off. And now you're able to lock yourself into the current values if you believe, like I do, that prices are going to continue to climb. So those are some of the reasons I think that now is a really great time to consider buying.
Some great points there, one of which being you don't want to get priced out. And we don't have a crystal ball, but it doesn't feel like there's going to be much of a decline in prices, especially when it comes to some of these waterfront areas that you're talking about. And then the tax advantage of being able to lock in now and kind of hedge your risk with the potential use of a second home as a vacation home. Really good points there. Michael, what would you have to add to this whole discussion?
I was actually just on the phone with my lender yesterday, and there are still great incentives as far as lenders right now. He was telling me about the 3-2-1, a seller incentivized program where you make it in your offer, you can get 3% off your mortgage the first year, 2% off the second year, 1% off the third. And by that time, God willing, the interest rates are down and you got a home at today's price and paid little interest as possible.
The other thing, I just had a discussion with somebody, is if you get a property here, and let's say it's not your dream second home or the home you're going to move into, but you get a property here, at least now you're riding that appreciation curve, right? So now you can trade that property when you're ready for your dream house, So if that property isn't, I have a friend going through that process right now. So I'd say sometimes you may want to buy not the perfect home, but more of an income generating home for now. And then you can always swap that out for your dream home, or things change, right? So we typically see 1,000 people a day move to Florida. I mean, I've seen it for the last 30 years, and that's why our population is huge. And we're, if anything, I think that accelerated over the last couple of years from work from home. You've got the boomer generation at retirement years, and a lot of things going on that are just making Florida in the limelight. So again, I'm bullish on buying as soon as possible.
We know we have a lot of friends in our network that wish they had done what you said. Even if it wasn't the right dream home right now, go ahead and lock it in so they have more options in the future. Great stuff. We know it's a weird interest rate environment, but some great content here about why sooner than later could make more sense financially for getting into Florida real estate. With that, we'll let you guys go and see you again in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.